Afternoon, everyone, and happy Sunday to you all. Welcome back to Golden Talk. My name is Nifemi, and I'm here with my co-host.
Visual Thomas.
If this is your first time listening, we are really happy to have you here. And today's episode is one of the conversation we need to be having more often, especially as teenagers, which is academic pressure and mental health. With us today, so that we won't have this conversation alone, we are here with
Prophetess, a nurse, a business owner. She's very relevant in the scene, and in this topic that we find that we're doing something new in, I feel like be a great first guest. So I introduce to you Prophetess Nurse Timmy Tokwe Thomas. Can we give a round of applause, please, 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 please? Thank you. Not too much, not too much. So like she doesn't,
Mrs. Thomas. Could you please tell us a little about your occupation and the stress in it?
Well, thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
As my colleague
My coach.
rightly did say, my name is Tim Topper George. I'm a mental health nurse specialist, specialized in working with adolescents, care of the elderly. I also do alcohol and substance misuse team. Now, my job as a specialist is to actually assess, also diagnose, also treat, also implement treatment, care plan, and support in any way I can. I work within the community, some schools. I also work with the NHS, with care of the elderly, with stress and distress.
Right,
Okay.
that's a lot of information. So for people at home, you heard what she does. Just to state, this is indeed a new topic, and the topic has to do with
Stress, like
stress and mental
mental
health
health.
with education and how to manage it. So it's a new topic. Obviously, I'm not original co-host, as I'll be anchoring this episode for only one time, and next guy will come in Olumide. So enjoy this episode, and you guys can watch back few. So take it from here. This is when it starts to get a bit tough. Like you're gonna have to do a bit of thinking. Understand? By the way, she's not my colleague, she's my mom, so I don't know why she's acting like that, but it's calm. Don't worry. Ifemi, go on.
We teenagers would also say like school is a lot. Like we have this pressure, exams pressure, stress to be able to prove ourselves. So just asking you, like from your experience, what do you think is the most like serious, like the real key factors of mental health to teenagers?
Well, if I look back to when I was working with adolescents, I think the main pressure for teens is getting good grades. This pressure, I can actually say, pressure is just everywhere. The expectation from the school, from the parent, from their peers is unmeasurable. Also, there is a research that has been done that actually said 68% of teens reported being under pressure for exams. So it's a real tough, tough thing for our teens at this age.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like especially for expectation, and for me, I'm gonna say also comparison, like comparing your grades with other person.
Yeah, I think the stake is high for them. If you want us to look at it, the school you're in, they expect you to get good grades because the teacher are comparing you to your peers, people you're in class with. Then your parents, they're comparing you to other siblings that you have and expecting you to get good grades, especially parents from ethnic minorities, where we have main traditional ideas. Some want our children to become doctors, to become lawyers. That expectation
That's a really good point, actually.
It's-
I see. Traditionally, yeah.
yeah.
Because I think I was even gonna say like, at the end of the day, you're talking about the teacher's point of view. The teacher's getting paid. Like, it doesn't matter if you get bad grades. It doesn't matter if you get good grades. At the end of the day, they still get paid. So
Wow. If we have to go there, though, do you actually know that your teachers' pay go higher based on how well their students are doing?
actually,
Some of the
Really?
subject, yeah. So
I
they're
never
looking
hey,
at
knew
them.
that. I never
nah,
knew that.
nah.
So
They're
this
looking,
story, like,
so
is
they're looking at them. They are wanting, like the old school already have a target of how many students we want to get this grade this year, we want to get this grade last year. It is
And
there.
that's why they do statistics at the end of the year. Innit? Okay, that makes. I
yeah.
feel like that makes me.
Yeah.
So how they've been hiding?
I
Yo,
never knew
they've been
that.
hiding. I did not know this. Wow. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So my point was basically irrelevant then. Just
Well, because most teachers have a basic salary, but then now it depends on the subject and how well they are. If they're really good, their money to go.
yeah. So you guys, I mean, if you want to fail, your teacher's pay goes down. If you want to pass, I don't know. I don't know where you want to do that information, but
What do you think some teachers are frustrated?
yo, they can be yo. They can,
Do you think it's because they just love you? It's because you're evidence of their work.
hmm.
Since you're evidence of the hours they put into what they're teaching you. Yeah. And that's why if you're good graders, you're
Yeah.
popular with the teachers because you make their job
Oh,
easier.
and
You
get
make
more
them look
pays.
good.
Wait, so me for me, let's say in a traditional household, right? We're talking about parents now. Let's go into the parents aspect of it because I know
Yeah.
traditionally it can be tough sometimes in some households. What would you say, um, in a traditional household lacks when we're talking about support in education?
Mm.
Well, mostly
Hey.
Yes.
You know who I asked? I
She's asking
asked
me.
you're next. You're next. I'm coming to you. What would you say, Lex?
I'll say, just like she said, expectation.
Right.
Like, they want you to get that grade because they have this dream for you to focus on this particular dream.
I think I think I understand it to an extent, but you do know what I notice most about traditional. If you haven't, let's say you've come from Nigeria, and that's like a place that when like let's say 3 months ago we went there. I noticed a key like element that's there. It's kind of like you must become this.
Yeah.
You must become this. I was talking to my cousins over there, and they were like, "Well, there's like not much for us to do here. Our parents are pushing us to do something we can't do. Like it's hard." So what would you say is something traditional parents lack when it comes to supporting their child with education?
well, I think most of them like an insight. So it's about time. Is a how do I say? It's a kind of war. Every parent have to be hoping. You have to start talking about it. Is the dream about you or about your things? It's
Hmm.
about time we need to be having in our household what make you happy. What do you want to do? Most of us parents want to live as much as we're feeling we want to give them all the best that we want. Sometimes we project our fear into our kids. Sometimes most parents want to live their dream through their kids. And that alone kills a lot of kids' morale, kill, kill their sense of belonging, sometimes actually put them in a state of disarray where they don't actually know themselves.
Right.
Hmm.
Ah, no, that's deep. That's deep. I can't lie. It is deep. I feel like the one thing that I can really say from this episode alone, from talking to you, is that I feel like us Nigerians. I'm not categorizing, but I'm just saying us Nigerians, like some of us individually, can be stubborn. Or I can't lie, we're stubborn. You hear this? It's either you choose to take it in, or you choose to just leave it. And depending, it's your life. That's all I'm gonna say. It's your life. Like I feel like teenagers get looked down on a lot, especially when it comes to education. What would you say?
Yeah, I feel so. Also, what the difference between school stress and like an unhealthy stress. Like, what can you say about the stress in school?
So what make a So, in context of mental health, let's talk about that. Stress is generally a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Stress is what drives you to do what you want to do. So there's a good stress and there's a bad stress. If you don't have good stress, you can hardly accomplish anything. Because even when you want to do something good, there's a stressor, there's an intensity. Is in mental health. When we're working with people, we work in an area where we call emotional regulation, where I can tell you what the butterfly in your stomach, whether that's anxiety, whether that's just you being happy.
Nervous.
And emotional intelligence will help you to be able to say, you know what, this is becoming an unhealthy stress. Now, when the stress in school, generally as a teenager navigating school system, oh my God, it's really can be really intense. Teenagers are already fighting a lot of things, trying to fit in, trying to belong, all this pressure, the pressure of exam, pressure of understanding, fear of rejection, a lot is there. So this stress already there. However, the school stress become unhealthy when you start having this kind of symptoms, like you're having headache, you know, you just find yourself, you're constantly having headache and you don't know why, or you're having palpitation. Your heart is just going boom, boom, boom. Sometimes your palm is sweating. You're having sweaty palm. Sometimes you're shaking. Sometimes it's a mania, lack of sleep, or you find yourself sleeping a lot. Sometimes reducing your appetite, you can just not have appetite, or you can continue to eat. Each one of these things that I've mentioned, each one of these systems can actually lead to a serious mental health breakdown.
Hmm.
Um, oh, it's a lot of information to process, especially because topics like these, I feel like they're useful and they're very deep. Because I know mental health can be a very difficult thing to speak about for everybody's type of personal experiences that they've managed. You know, it's very difficult. So I would want to ask, you've been in this country for a long time, since you were young. Um, so I think you would know what ways can a student like me or student like me for me, um, what are ways to calm ourselves down and try recuperate and try, build back up when it is exam period and we're stressing.
So what I say to most of the students that have been opportunity to be with is time management. Don't ever underestimate the power of time management. When you manage your time properly, efficiently, you have enough time to study.